Let's say you have formulated the perfect goal. Or if you haven't, click on the card above and watch the first episode of this series. Now it's time to create a plan. And you wonder how? Well, that's what we're going to do in this video. My name is Z, this is Fearless Dreams, and we're goal setting. Let's go. In order for this tutorial to work, I'm going to set just one specific example through the whole video. And that will actually be one of my personal goals: to create a successful YouTube channel with more than 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2019 that will help and inspire people to chase their dreams and experience personal and professional growth through the process. So let's get right into it. The ways for achieving a single goal are as many as the people on this planet. We all have different approaches. So the first thing you need to do is to go back and see what made you successful in the other goals that you have achieved. Look back, and it doesn't really matter if they were big goals or small goals. Just look for patterns that you are going to implement in your plan right now. This has helped me immensely to achieve many of my goals in the past, including my biggest dream, which you can watch a video on my channel. The second thing you need to look at is your failures, of course. And I know it might not be the most pleasant thing, but trust me, you need to do this, and you need to analyze very well what made you fail and how you can avoid this in the future. We all have failed to achieve many things in our life. And as we discussed in the first video, that is completely normal. The most important thing is to learn from our mistakes and not repeat them in the future. Because if we do this, we're then just fools, to be honest. From my past, I learned that when I set a goal, I usually fail achieving it because of my excuses. I always found a way to convince myself that this will be extremely difficult, or it's not worth it, or there are too many people doing it. So this time when I was planning my YouTube channel, I said to myself, I have to leave myself a lot of time to convince myself in a way that I really want to do this, and this is the thing that I'm going to dedicate my time to. The next thing you need to do is to break down your big goal into many little goals. Going back to the example, launching a channel on YouTube consists of many other things. For example, I had a personal goal for researching YouTube on the subject that I was interested in, video editing, and I needed to learn how to video edit. What is the right equipment to buy for YouTube videos? How am I going to differentiate from everyone else on YouTube? I needed to create a plan for videos that I'm going to shoot. And each one of those things was a small goal that I needed to develop by itself and create a plan for it. After you have divided your big goal into smaller ones, now it's time to put a plan in place for each and every one of them. Let's take the example of a smaller goal of buying equipment for shooting YouTube videos. And that included extensive research, saving up money to actually buy the equipment, see what cameras are best for the conditions and type of videos that I'm going to be shooting. Also, since the list of equipment is huge, which is the absolute necessary that you need to start with and what you can add with time. And then of course creating the plan for first buying the most essential things, and then when in the future you're going to save up money and buy the rest. The last point is to write everything down. This gives you somehow an overview of everything that needs to be done. I personally use Excel sheets, just notes on my computer or on my phone, and also document files on the cloud. This helps me organize very well whatever I'm planning to do and what are the steps that I need to take. In the last episode of the series, I'm going to show you the whole process through which I went with this YouTube idea and what kind of files and tables I use. Before we wrap up for today's video, guys, I want to share with you one more thing. It's still okay to drop your idea after the stage of planning. This is a long process and you might find out that this actually is not something that you're really into. After you have done all your research and laid out the plan, and you might be like, yeah, I really don't like this. And you don't have to beat yourself up for this. It is completely okay. But if you really decide that you want to go through it and make it happen, in the next video, I'm going to show you what are the steps after you have implemented the plan and how to deal with fear and doubts in the process. Hit a like if you like this video, subscribe, and I'm going to see you in the next one, guys. Ciao!